right, class. I am moving to inquiry-based instruction. Why? Because I want you to be thinkers, not recallers of information. I can care less if you can remember what happened in 1492 or 1942. What I care is that you can actually explain why that event or why that person or why that movement is so doggone important and how did it change life. All right? So we're going to go to make this simple with four guiding themes. And these four guiding themes are going to shape the questions that I ask on summatives, all right? And they should also guide the way you think when you look at a historical document and want to interpret it. And these are the four themes: change, cause and effect, continuation, reflection. So I'm going to CCR. So maybe some of you who like classic rock can sing some CCR, although there's three C's here, but that's no biggie. We can modify. So when you think about change, ask yourself this, you know, during this current pandemic, how did things change? Is there one simple answer to that? Of course not. There's multiple changes. There's not going to be a simple one answer to all these questions. You have to have confidence. Do you have to know every single in, out, nook, and crookie? No, not unless you're in AP English, AP history. All right. So, how did that person, how did COVID-19 change life or history? The second one, continuation. That little graphic says nothing stays the same. BS. Everything stays the same sometimes. Or the more things change, the more things stay the same. Or as Aerosmith says, same old song and dance. All right. How is a characteristic or a movement or a belief, how is it continued throughout history? Think about during this pandemic when we're dealing with African American civil rights. How are these almost mistreatment of African Americans happening throughout history in very similar instances? There are subtle differences, but there are a continuation of that particular theme. All right. Third, cause and effect. What caused this to happen? What caused COVID-19? Somebody ate a bat in Wuhan, China. What effect did this have? Woof. What effect did that eating that bat have? Wow. We really have to go there? I mean, there's so many different things. So when we look at history, we think about what caused something, what affects something. Is there a cyclical process there? How do we break that same old cause and effect? In the fourth type, how does something reflect the time period? When we see how a person is acting, how is that indicative of what's going on in society? How does this behavior characteristic of maybe the Renaissance or the Industrial Age or the Imperial Age? Think about this age, the fact that we have certain characteristics that show pandemic. We see anxiety, we see frustrations, we see hostilities being manifested on people that normally wouldn't have occurred without the pandemic. We're going to look at these kind of themes, these four themes throughout history, and they're going to be our guiding functions of inquiry. We may add to those four, but those are going to be our four foundational ones. And it's going to help you think like critically, not facts, not just recalling and regurgitating facts, but thinking about things, making yourself a more intelligent person. All right. I'm looking forward to a great year. I hope you're looking forward to a great year. We're going to make this happen. All right. We're going to do well. We're going to be the society that changes the world in a positive light.